Hello, penguins. It's Penguin here, along with
Farah.
Farah. So today we are starting off where we left off at episode 1 of Survival Guide. We left off with this guy, and today we're going to be introducing the corner piece.
Oh, and by the way, if you do not know what this is our small MOSS robot, like Penguin said, that we built in episode 1. So if you want to go see it, go take a look at episode 1 and see how we built it.
Yes, the link will be in the description box. So, and then we're also going to introduce the Flexi, short and long Flexi, and then also what are called hubs. So these are basically just things to extend either whatever signals power or input and output signals.
Exactly. And the corner, for example, that one takes the signal in on one blue face and sends it 90 degrees out on the other blue face. So it can turn the signal from here to here, whereas the hub can do a little more.
The hub can go in all directions, and it has one white square, which we will talk about when we describe it a little more.
All right.
And then the Flexi is it's for those hard to reach places. Like maybe it's, just for places that are nooks and crannies that these guys can't get into or are too big to get into. So, yeah.
And they also route signals. So we're going to take this robot, which if we turn on, based on a proximity sensor here, moves things back and forth, the motor. And we're going to extend this to get the exact same robot, but bigger.
Yeah, he's going to be a little more spread.
All right.
So,
let's have at it.
See you in the moment.
All right. All right, so here we are. It's time to build our extended robot from episode 1 that we're going to show Flexis, and we're going to show a hub, and we're going to show a corner. So, Penguin will be building this. First thing we want to do... Oh, there she is. First thing we want to do is extend the power using a corner. So this will send the power out of the extended battery, which she's pointing at. Green coming out, and that's going to hit that blue face.
Blue.
And that will route it up to the blue face on the corner. So now power is going up through that blue face. She's going to take the motor off of the original robot and put it on the new place where power is being sent into it. So now that motor has power. So let's take a look. She's also now going to change the signal because we need a signal going into the motor. She's going to extend it using extend the power into a sensor. We have a proximity sensor on there, if you remember from episode 1. So the hub is being used. Yes, go ahead.
Another important thing to remember is that always pay attention where your white is going, because this white side actually blocks every signal that goes through it. So anything that's like, let's say I attached this onto the white, is not going to do anything.
Good point.
Because that blocks everything. So just always be aware of that white side.
So what we have now is the extended battery is going through the blue hub, and that is sending power to whatever else she puts on the side of that blue hub. So I think you're going to put that one on the side. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Done. Yeah, no problem. That is the proximity sensor. So now the proximity sensor has power. You'll notice its red face, which is its signal face, is facing up. All right, so we have power to everything. We have power to the motor, and we have power to the proximity sensor. So let's put together the signal. So now the signal comes out of the proximity sensor's red or orange side, and we're going to put that through another hub. So we're going to show that hubs can be used to send power, like we've already done, and now they can also be used to send data signals.
But not at the same time.
But not at the same time. Good point. The same hub or the same corner
or the same
Flexi should be used only for data or only for power. So now she is attaching a Flexi to the top of that signal routing hub and putting it. Where did you just put it into? I
just put it into the other brown side
of the motor.
Oh
yeah.
Can you see that? Okay.
Yep. And the brown is the input to the motor, so it's a signal input. So now we have the signal routing from the proximity sensor.
From this red side.
Yep. Up through a hub, out through a Flexi, and into the input of the motor. So now if all is right, we should be able to turn it on and the motor will start spinning.
Ready?
Yep.
Moment of truth.
Ready.
Woo!
It does, and now the proximity sensor is working. You can see the motor is switching directions whenever we put something in front of the proximity sensor. So there we go. That shows how to use Flexis, hubs, and corners to route both data and power. All right, thank you, fellow penguins, for joining us for episode 2 of our MOSS Survival Guide, where we built our little extended robot that showed the addition of Flexis, corners, and hubs. So we have now figured out how to route data. Next time, what are we going to do next time, Penguin?
Next time, Father, we are talking about the double brain.
Ooh, the double brain. Let's tune in.